What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 23, the chapters Wilderness, Reunion and the War of Demons. Absolutely brutal start to this volume so far, not in the, well, in the usual fashion, but more on a psychological aspect in my opinion. Really enjoyed it as much as, again, it has been pretty horrible to go through. It's been a really good kind of character piece, especially on Guts, of course, going through his mind and how just confused and how lost he is a little bit right now, to be honest with you. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Silent Hill 2. I never played the games myself, gonna have to at some point. My parents never bought them for me as a kid. Probably looked a little bit too scary. I did play a few horrors, but not the kind of scary cover ones, like Resident Evil 5, for example, and 4. But yeah, kind of reminds me of that with the main character there. Kind of, I've watched a few playthroughs on it. Kind of reminds me of the character there and looking after loved ones. I did always hear it was a really good story, so again decided to check out like a 2-hour video on it. And yeah, I actually really loved it. Like I said, looking after loved ones, just showing how that can affect both the person who's ill / dying, in this case Casca, who's kind of totally dumb, and how it can affect the loved ones as well, and just the sheer strain it has on the relationship between these people. We're seeing that very much so here. So again, something I'm actually really interested in. But again, strangely enough, at the start of this, I only watched those videos a couple of weeks back, so I'm not sure if that's like just a coincidence or what. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what we've got today. I'm gonna go over one of the chapters. There was a lot of nudity which I had to cover up last time out, and it didn't take too long, to be fair. I uploaded it originally, and YouTube, they were okay with it. They didn't block it or anything, but they didn't allow ads on it, so had to kind of cover it up before I uploaded it and then blur it in the YouTube editor. It's a bit of a shame, honestly. I would have liked to, again, uploaded it originally, then blur it in the YouTube editor, but I just got to do kind of 2 sets of blurring, which is a little bit annoying. But it ended up going through, and hopefully you guys saw it. So yeah, I'm going to kind of go back over Fangs of Ego just to kind of read myself up on exactly what happened. I'm going to try and skip over the nudity quick. Obviously, oh, yep, that was a close one. we met back up with Cedro, Farnese and Serpico, didn't we? They ended up joining us, which, as I mentioned last time, I think this is probably the best thing that's happened in this volume so far for Guts. I think he could really use, even though these people are kind of just randoms to him, he could really use a kind of band of people with him right now. People to both kind of keep him in check if he does do anything crazy. Not that these guys could beat him anyway, although Serpico put up a pretty good fight last time. Just to tell him what's kind of right and wrong, trying to keep him in mind. But also, again, just that warmth of having people around you, I think he could really use right now, couldn't he? I think maybe, especially a Cedro, it'd be a nice little kind of close friend to Guts. I really like a Cedro, so I hope Guts does as well. But yeah, other than that, again, I don't really want to go over all the nudity and such. So there was just a lot of brutality, wasn't it? It was the fox spirit, again, taking advantage of Guts' loss of kind of control of his mind and his confused head. And I was always alluding to that coming back up, and I think, like I mention every week, we're going to see more and more of that. But yeah, let's get right into the Wilderness Reunion. Let me know what you guys think of these chapters down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys liked, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we continue on with Farnese asking to join us. Please allow us to accompany you in your travels. Even and like begging to join, almost, after she's been shown the truth in the dark. Again, it's quite ironic, isn't it? The dark, where when you can see nothing, is where you see the truth, and the light. The light is what blinds you. Instead of showing you the truth. Come on, aren't you going to kneel too? Again, what is this like trope of I mean, it started with Pokemon and Brock, of all people, with the kind of closed eyes. I've seen it a few times. What is that like a trope of? Is that like a trope of a race of person? Is it like a certain type of lazy person? Or, I mean, Serpico doesn't seem lazy or anything, but I don't know. I'm not sure like what it like signifies or tells us about a person, to be honest with you. I know that they stopped doing that in Pokemon, I think, because apparently it was racist, which is quite ironic considering now that we know about it. Pokemon is animated by Japanese people, Asian people, so it kind of seems quite ironic that the kind of European / American people would hate them for being racist against themselves. Yeah, I always found that interesting, but yeah, I've never really fully understood this kind of trope, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just a cool kind of stylistic choice. It does kind of fit with Serpico and his kind of laid back, relaxed, almost maverick like behaviours, to be honest with you. So I understand it in this case, but and I've seen it a fair few times throughout kind of media. Come on, aren't you going to kneel too? What's the big idea? Don't trust them. It's like they're suddenly revealing their hand. You're open. I bet they'll wait for a chance to nab us. After all, they're from the Holy See. Well, I don't think they are anymore, are they? I don't think they're from the Holy See anymore. I've already... Oh, bloody hell. Never heard of this word before. I've already secularized myself and abandoned the church. Seclude? Kind of sounds like the start of secluded. So I imagine that's secularized. Again, not a word I've ever heard before. People would just usually say I secluded myself. I've already secluded myself instead of secularized. Sorry, I'm butchering it. I will just Google to make sure, but so yes, it seems pretty religious actually. Convert from religious to secular possession or use. So yeah, I was wrong. Good thing I did Google that. Disassociate or separate from religious or spiritual concerns. Oh, so I was half right. Half wrong. Okay. So it is like secluding yourself, but just in a religious fashion. Amazing how many kind of religious terms there are like that. Just terms that could be easily explained and said in a different word, but people use religious terms for them. Maybe that makes them feel special or something, I don't know. Like we trust you, or anything nobles say. Or thieves. Yeah. I mean, again, quite funny considering the Cedro's introduction to this volume. I want to know what transcends the order I clung to. The truth. I want to learn. A way to survive in the darkness where the light of that order does not reach. From you. I like that, Farnese. I like that. Please show me the way. Even if you confuse us by saying complicated stuff ain't happening. That's right, it's too complicated. How are you going to pay up for what you did to Casca at the Tower of Conviction? A little more and she would have been charred corpse. A charred corpse. Him too. If yesterday's enemies are today's friends. First, makes some damn sense. But it's kind of funny, isn't it? That saying of keep your friends close but your enemies closer is or no, that's the wrong saying. I forget what the actual, maybe something similar to that, but Cuts' best friend was Griffith, and you know where that went, so maybe we should keep our enemies close. maybe we've actually got a better time and relationship with enemies than we do our friends. Now, anyway. If yesterday's enemies are today's friends, that makes some damn sense. Maybe I'll expel him. I see, Joe. What a guy. So, maybe you'd like to kowtow. So maybe you'd like to kowtow once for us. Can you do that, Miss High Pride Aristocrat? What is kowtow? Act in an excessively subservient manner. Another word I'll have to Google. Subservient. Prepared to obey others unquestioningly. Yeah. Sujo he does have these very lizard-like faces, doesn't he? Very amphibian. Fish-like sometimes. Oh ho! You wanna fight? Fine by me. Little punk. I guess we could see all that puck training. Let's see if that's paid off. No, again, I saw this at the start when we scrolled down. It looks like she actually. Oh wow, she's cutting off her hair to signify. Okay. Not gonna lie, I thought she was kind of softly kind of caressing the sword, like what we see with Guts when he kind of sleeps with it. I wouldn't quite call that like softly caressing, but it is in that same kind of manner, isn't it? Kind of creating a kind of familiar feeling and get the actual words I want to use, but comforting, that's the one. Thought she was maybe like cozying up to the sword, but no, she's cutting off her buns. It's the what is it? Two of diamonds right there. As her hair drops to the ground. Looks really cute in this shot, doesn't she? I do like girls with short hair. I like long hair as well. Although I say that, it is really annoying sometimes. Long hair women when they're especially when it's windy. I hate windy days in general. As you guys know, my hair is really curly and it yeah, it's just never a good time. Any amount of wind, honestly. Yeah, I hate being with a girl in the wind or behind them in like on like a what's it called, a fairground ride or something, and just having a shitload of hair just in your mouth and your face. So yeah, I'm not the massive fan of long hair, but I do like girls with long hair, of course. I do really like a short-haired woman as well. I think this haircut, similar to this, is actually really nice. But yeah, she looks really cute here, doesn't she? Probably the most attractive I've seen Farnese been yet, to be honest with you. Her eyes are drawn really nicely as well. I think that probably is that. Yeah, it looks really cute here. Again, strangely enough, she looks more feminine with her hair cut like this than she did with long hair and it kind of tied up like that. I think that was her old hair like this was almost a kind of signify. I'm not sure of this, but almost kind of signifies her kind of tightness and how kind of almost insecure she is, trying to keep everything kind of tied up together, even on her hair, trying to keep things in check. And now she's kind of cut that off and let loose a little bit. Again, just speculation, but there could be some kind of truth in there, perhaps. This is all I do now. Someday I will make amends. Or is it like again with the eye stuff, is it that it's just simplified to be just a line, and the eyes are actually just really small, and again it's just easier just to draw a line than a sliver of eye. Who knows? Oh, that was strange. Acedo took over from Casca right here. If you say anything else, you'll totally be a villain. Isidro never goes that far, though, that's the thing. As much as he kind of pokes and prods and gives his 2 cents, he's never going to go that far. I say that. I hope I don't jinx myself and he gets turned into a demon or something. That would be horrible. Why do priests and nobles got to be so drastic? Kind of in the name, isn't it? Priests, nobles. I mean, it is quite the fancy title. I don't think it's the case for Farnese, though. Of course, after seeing her backstory. Do what you want. We're taking that as a yes. Nice job, Guts. Again, I wouldn't have been happy if he declined this, because again, he's the one benefiting the most from this, honestly, as much as they are as well. He really is at this moment in time benefiting the most from this, in my opinion. Oh, all right then. Again, why they got to do Serpico like this? Like, it's always so fucking mysterious. Just these random shots of Serpico looking like emo and just like dead ass, and then one minute he's just going with it, and then next minute he's looking like this, looking like he's thinking of 1,000 ways to engineer the death of everyone right here. It's crazy. Do you guys feel that as well? Just like every now and then we get a shot of Serpico, you never really understand it, but it looks like a maniac or looks like an evil genius or something. But it just ends up that he's just actually a decent guy. Like this shot here, what do you get from this shot? All I get is absolute mystery. Like, don't understand whatsoever. But it's there for a reason, if you know what I'm saying. Why else would that be there? Again, I really wouldn't be surprised if something happened with him later on. But I say that, everything we know about him, his backstory and everything, wouldn't suggest that at all. So, fuck knows. It's like mysteriousness for mysteriousness' sake. Oh, that was fast. Well, Acedo did go through a fair few denials, I think, earlier in the last arc, didn't he? And I don't need payback or apologies. I've killed your comrades. Or even. Are you? I guess. But forget me showing you the way. That ain't my style. I don't know what it is you want to learn, but do it yourself. I won't bother you if you don't bother me. Thank you. I like that, Guts. I like that. Again, a kind of similar message to Monogatari, which is a series I still haven't actually finished. It's been years. I just it's honestly, it's just hard to get through as a anime. It is more like reading a book. It doesn't take away how good it is. But you can only ever learn so much from watching, and at some point you do need to fully kind of experience and grasp stuff yourself. It's still too soon for that. You might regret this by tomorrow morning. Going with us means you won't have any more restful nights. Oh yeah? You mean we'll find more ghosts and monsters? That that's what I'm talking about. Is it? Oh, the harsh realities of what you're going to be going through, Isidro. For a kid, it does sound cool, doesn't it? I used to like when I was young, I'd kind of sneak out of my room at night sometimes and go downstairs and watch TV and watch horror movies and stuff, and sleep on the couch. The kind of allure of kind of staying up late, the stuff you're just not allowed to do in general as like a kid is just always quite wanted, isn't it? You always want to do what you can't and you're not allowed to do. But again, the harsh reality of Isidro is you're going to be very sleep deprived. You're going to look like shit. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to be knackered all the time. But again, it sounds alluring for a kid. Something's odd. Guts to accept other people that readily. I'm glad you picked up on that. Again, just another sign of his mind, isn't it? But yeah, this is the first time we've seen him welcome anyone so readily. I mean, these are not like total strangers or anything, so it's more understandable in that way, but there is definitely more to it on a kind of psychological aspect for Guts, isn't there? And I think, again, it stems from that weakness that he's going through right now. He understands that his mind's in a strange place. But yeah, I'm glad Puck picked up on that, because that is a good point, isn't it? It was just like, and again, before that, it was just anyone that had asked, it was just like, no way, no chance. I'm not looking after some brat. Yeah. Well, we'll see about that. The night's long. Yeah. If I was alone, if it was the usual me, I'd be refusing them outright. Honestly. This time I give up. For the first time, I'm counting on complete strangers for help. I'm glad that he's doing this as well. I'm glad that he actually fully understands he needs help at the minute. It's a lot of people, I imagine, especially Guts, would be in denial about this, about taking these people on and stuff. But again, it's really good to see that he's not. I think again, a lot of people would be like, "No, I'll be fine alone. I don't need these people. I've got here just fine by myself." But again, the recent chapters really have asked some big questions, so understandably, he's changing a little bit. He's changing. Everyone, gather up firewood. We've got to keep it going all night. Why are you giving orders? I'm shuddering at my own sinisterness. And like I mentioned earlier, I think a bit of it is he's scared of himself, isn't he? Like I said, it's good that these people will be here to protect Casca and keep Guts in check a little bit. And not bring up any more situations like before they got here. Casca's again just sitting at the tree. Being a slave. Ah, man. It's awful to see, isn't it? Again, it's another point that I brought up at the start of seeing like a loved one in this type of situation. It's just so depressing because nothing you can do. There's nothing. Again, someone brought up in my last video the thought, and again goes with Silent Hill 2, so spoilers quickly. Skip ahead like 30 seconds, but if again it's like been out like 30 years. Honestly, the thought of killing them, as we saw with Guts and his fox spirit, the thought of killing the person actually does, because there's nothing else you can do. Like, it's survive and kind of struggle, struggle on, just accept your fate, or again just end it all, end the suffering, end the pain, end the kind of nothingness. I say that's a spoiler, but there's like loads of endings, I think, so that is a spoiler, but yeah. But yeah, it's just like, again, like, what can you do? What can we do here except for keep her alive against well, keep her here safe against her will and alive, or let her loose and let her die, or kill her ourselves, which is not an option. I hate thinking about that. It's a scary thought, isn't it? Just I think in general for me, I do like having a bit of like control over stuff, so it's a really scary thought for me, just again, just not being in control of a situation like this and not being able to do anything at all. I'm beaten down by my own powerlessness. When was the last time she smiled? I mean, just the shot of her back really does it, doesn't it? Like, there's nothing there. It's just a blank canvas of the outline of somebody. Can't even tell it's a woman. A blank canvas of what used to be a beautiful person. This smile kind of etched in our. I'm kind of thinking that's etched in his closed eye right there. It really got me feeling a little bit shaky, to be honest with you. Stuff right here again, it's got me thinking about like potential situations where, again, because I think almost everyone probably will go through a situation like this in their life. I think it would be lucky if you don't. Again, the curtain of nights descends. Okay, so where are we here? Again, looks very English. Southern Midland, fiefdom of Lumius. Yeah, are you guys seeing this? Like, I don't know if it's just me being strange, but this tree looks demonic. Not sure if it's just me that thinks that, but this does not look like almost like a melting spiky tree. But I think it is just a tree. And I think that's just my weird brain at work. Is one of the we haven't seen that woman that foretold that prophecy for a long time, have we? I reckon we'll see her again at some point. She was in a kind of similar not sure what to call these. Yeah, not sure what to call those, honestly. Which is a similar thing to that, though. Damn it! They plan to carry off everything. Lord Mule, do you seriously intend to engage them? Enough, Saratus. Now that we're here, you have cold feet? This guy looks really young. Like a kid. Love heart kind of plant. Interesting. Almost like the stem of a rose. Standing back, watching them violate our land, is the ultimate insult to a member of Midland's nobility. I could never face the royal family. But Lumius is a small fiefdom. Your family is not even permitted to enter the royal palace. There is no need for us to risk our lives in duty to the royal family. Then what of my father and brothers, and who died in heroic defence of the castle? You mean they died in vain? All of the more reason, my lord, so that the bloodline will not be cut off. I heard this from my lord while he was alive, that there is a resistance force going around liberating various areas from the Kushan within occupied Midland. Oh, okay, yeah. I know who that is. I was like, who would that be? But yes, Griffith and his friends, I think, isn't it? They're not exactly liberating. They're more taking it themselves. But again, in the guise of liberating, it's actually quite beautiful how it's set up, isn't it? It's actually beautifully set up for Griffith to be the hero. As the very next panel. It is said that commanding them is our hero and saviour from the 100-Year War, the White Hawk, Count Griffith. I love that name, to be honest with you. Count Griffith. Just works, doesn't it? Not Mr., not Lord. Count Griffith, I feel, fits very nicely. Griffith? But I heard that Count Griffith died. That 3 years ago he was arrested for treason and died in prison. It is also said he was rescued by his men and escaped from the capital. The details are unknown, but instead of gambling the doom of your family on this reckless fight, perhaps it would be more prudent for now to abandon this territory and unite ourselves with a resistance force. That White Hawk isn't it simply a rumour? But if it's the truth... Everyone's reaction as well. Everyone's pretty fucking stunned right here. Look at this guy. Your nose. You got a big nose. I've got no nose. What a strange bit of armour that is. This guy's got it as well. Is it because that's like the middle bit of the face, so it's more likely to hit there? Who knows? Lord Mule. I swear I've been taking longer and longer with these chapters. I'm not sure if it's me or... I did mention this a few weeks ago that they've cut down on a chapter, haven't they? They've took a whole chapter out of the volume, so maybe it is just that the actual chapters are slightly longer than before. But I've definitely noticed I've been taking longer with them. I haven't even been going on too many. I go on tangents, don't get me wrong. But I haven't actually been going on too many. They've just been longer in general. I think it's maybe because I'm trying to explore the kind of themes and stuff more, perhaps. Trying to understand. Lord Mule, please exercise prudence. Yeah, Lord Mule, please exercise prudence in this. That's the one. Prudence, not prudent. So what's he gonna do? Those are our people. They don't know the castle fell, and on their way here they ran into the Kushan. There's women and children too. Lord Mule. This isn't about loyal devotion, or my honour as a noble. All of you, follow me. Rescue our subjects. This guy would have been perfect for Griffith, wouldn't he? Griffith would have loved to use this guy. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Yeah, this is prime Griffith fucking. Grooming, that's the one. It's gonna groom the hell out of this kid. Is that Griffith? I think so. Nice. Okay. So let's see what the comment section has for us. Not too much in the comment section. Not much at all, honestly. So yeah, let's get right into the final chapter for today, the War Demons. Enemy remnants, General. How cunning. Send the war slaves to meet them. Got another one with a little nose protector. This one probably a bit less comfortable. It looks like it just goes straight down. Again, my huge nose would just be fucking flattened. Got to say their horse armor really is not as cool at all. Almost looks really feminine, honestly. Not at all intimidating like how you want armor to look. Don't forget, the arrows of our archers are always aimed at your backs. If you want to live, survive this battle. That's pretty disgusting, isn't it? Forcing others to fight your war. No, they're not Kushan. They're not Kushan? No. They're Midlander prisoners. Huh? Huh? These war slaves are one of the primary reasons our empire has expanded its territory so. Restrict your own casualties to a minimum and yet break the enemy's fighting spirit considerably. Dirty tactics, honestly. Dirty tactics. Then as long as we keep winning, smart tactics though. Then as long as we keep winning, there's no need to replenish our forces. The more war we wage, the more war capacity we have. You can see why there's plenty of people always wanting war and such. There's plenty of profit to be made, plenty of winners from war, isn't there? Again, I always find it quite amazing the American public really hated Donald Trump. I think personally it was one of the again, I'm not American, I don't know all the ins and outs, but from an outside perspective, it seemed like he was one of the best presidents America had in some time, to be honest with you. Economically and kind of, again, on the war front. Yeah, especially compared to the current president, from what it seems anyway. Been seeing on Twitter, he's been getting called out by those kind of special notes that they have. And as long as we keep winning, there's no need to replenish our forces. The more war we wage, the more war capacity we have. It is this strategy itself, backed by fear, that has made our great long-lasting campaign possible. It's just another one of those things where it became really popular to hate on someone, I think. That's just a commonality in today's world, isn't it? Bandwagon and a hate train. Archers, forward! The enemy begins to waver. Prepare a volley. Fire! Again, I don't really like politics in general, though. I don't get involved with that stuff. I don't vote ever. Why would I ever vote if I don't ever want anyone I would be voting for to succeed? Makes little sense to me. Firing on their allies too? Despicable. Again, that's the benefit, isn't it? You got to worry about hitting your own your own teammates with your arrows if your teammates are slaves captured from the enemy. Got absolute free reign in this fight, don't they? Cavalry, charge! I do imagine Griffith will probably get involved at some point. Again, I can see him kind of again grooming this little royal guy right here. Not sure what the reason would be, but other than just him being a good kind of subject to Griffith, honestly. A classic young boy that Griffith can mould into dying for him and helping him achieve his cause. Cavalry, charge! Exterminate them! They attacked us with those numbers? Those prepared for death will not become war slaves. Kill them all! I called it. Well, again, it was obvious, but very next panel. Again, more often than not nowadays. Before, I was always making points and talking about stuff, and then I'll get disproved the next panel. I feel like more and more I'm actually getting proven right. that's the progress I've made with Berserk, I think. As he just takes out, unfortunately, a load of horses, but a load of men as well. What happens to these horses? They look like all their eyes get fucking. Yeah, they do. Have we seen that? Not sure we've seen the horses have their eyes out like that yet. But yeah, they all get their fucking eyes blown out, which is again a bit of a shame. Again, we need some justice for horses in this bloody this show. I think I mentioned this before, but it'd be interesting to see a counter of how many people died, how many people had their eyes blown out, how many horses died, like a little countdown. It'd probably take a long time for someone to do all that, but there's people out there that would do that. It's Griffith just, well, I don't even know if it's Griffith, but someone just, wow, wait, what? What happened to the horses then? Did the arrows go through the horses and into the men? As these men are hit so hard by arrows, they get decapitated, which is just crazy. That's ridiculous. These aren't any normal arrows though, are they? These are long ass, thick looking arrows. But yeah, I mean, what the hell has that kind of force to decapitate a man with an arrow shot? Jesus Christ. What? Ooh, ah. Yeah, you're just standing there and you all of a sudden just get hit by a straight head. From where? Bloody hell, that ages away as well. That Griffith's gang. Oh, are you joking me? You fire them all at the same time as well? Fucking hell. So yeah, it's Robin Hood. It's the Robin Hood motherfucker. I knew this guy looked like Robin Hood. He's even got a bow and arrow. Interesting design for his, I'm not sure what you call that. Bow. Yeah, bow. Interesting design for his bow. Almost looks like a harp almost. Kind of scaly designed harp. He's got his neck shots lined up there as well. Wow. That's seriously impressive. Got bloody Robin Hood on his side. How are we ever going to beat Griffith? Steal from the rich, give to the poor. Yeah, so it's a really strange design, isn't it? Quite demonic. Looks like there's an eyeball. Pretty cool actually that it's got these kind of dents on it for the arrows to fit on and aim. But yeah, what is this made of? That's made of a dragon. Maybe the dragon guy. What was his name? Naga. Maybe he made this. Again, strangely enough, I still think that guy is an actual dragon. I might be talking absolute nonsense because it was just a guy, but I think that guy's a dragon, honestly. His legs are so strange. What's going on with this guy? He does not look human, does he? This guy does not look human whatsoever. Take away the bows from this shot. And we'd be doing a jiggy little dance. This guy's also missing his eyeballs, or iris. Yeah, there's an eyeball. He might be demonic as well. Just heads flying everywhere. It's amazing the accuracy as well. I mean, the accuracy to hit all these heads at once, like 5 in one shot, but just to miss all your comrades, and again, that's just ridiculous. Super awesome to have a long range, someone this good at long range battle like this, because that's very much not a commonality in these days, is it? There's explosions, and Guts has got his cannon, but not really any great long distance weapons other than arrows. Sometimes it takes like 10 arrows to kill a man. Sometimes it takes 1, to be fair, but yeah, actually quite scary having this guy. Like, what can Guts do at range against someone? Nothing. Nothing. Here are the lads. I forget who this one is. Bat. I don't know who that one is. We seen that guy before? Maybe he was one of the I'm gonna go back quickly. Maybe he's one of the ones we saw here. I don't know. I don't remember actually meeting that guy. Maybe I'm being stupid. War demons? Yeah. Got Batman. Get that guy's name again. Locus. Something like that. Again, another really cool bit of armor here. Again, all very scaly. I think we did see this person because they've got the crescent moons, which I did speak about. But wow, yeah, the armor for the horses, again, so much more intimidating here. This one, not so much. Looks like a wet tissue. Looks like a wet tissue with snot on it. Again, this one here looks fucking horrifying. Teeth like that. Like a dinosaur. It's like a triceratops with horrible teeth. But yeah, I thought this was Dragon Guy, but this isn't even Dragon Guy, is it? This is like Fish Dragon. A fish dragon thing. Change Hey, let's quick. Sorry. But yeah, it looks like we've seen a few more members now. They all look really prominent as well, don't they? Every single one of these new Griffith followers look really fucking awesome. Look like they could be like a solo villain in and of themselves, don't they? Allies, fall back! Almost like the demonic Power Rangers with a shot like this. They are all looking great. Oh my god, oh my god. So yeah, that's the mask of the Triceratops looking one, which fucking hell looks cool as hell. And there's the wet tissue. It looks pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. Looks quite oh, what's that? It looks like that ghost from A Night Before Christmas. The one made of maggots. It's got the same kind of wavy face, facial expression. But yeah, I think they're all demons, aren't they? These glowing ass eyes. Some of them, what do you reckon happened? Do you reckon some of them are probably maybe demons before? Maybe Griffith turned them into demons or something. But yeah, I really like this armor here. That's cool as hell, doesn't it? Almost like crosses as eye holes. They just don't miss. This author just doesn't miss at all with these fucking designs, does he? Who the hell are they? A few dozen of them are routing our cavalry of 500. Don't be disturbed. Not by so few horsemen. Spread out and surround them. Show them the full power of the Kushan's cavalry continental. Bloody hell. What is that? Is that alliteration, I think it's called? I was never the best at English. I didn't pass English at high school. It took me a couple years after to pass English. Mostly because I just found it boring. Like I said, I never really read a book or anything that well. Or, well, not that I couldn't read it that well, but I just, I've always struggled to imagine and stuff just written in, and then making that kind of visual. I need that kind of visual aid, like with a manga or anime. Show them the full power of the Kushan's cavalry continental conquest. So who's this? Is this Zod? Doesn't look that much like Zod. Maybe this is the form before he switches. Yeah, it is. Look at the horses. Look, amazing you can get that type of... You can instantly understand the reaction of the horses right here. Oh, fucking shit, let me turn back. What's wrong? Why? Why? It's that kind of animal instinct though, isn't it? General, new forces on our flank, on our left flank. Led by Zod. Oh my god, they just don't miss, do they? This armor looks cool as fuck as well. What is he doing? He's like holding some kind of double-edged blade. Got another new person here as well. I don't recognise this whatsoever. What is that? He's not even on a horse. Holy shit. Holy shit. Again, what the fuck? Why, like, bro, author, Miura I think his name is. You ain't got to go this hard on every single design, my god. My god. Every one of them. That reminds me of something. I don't know what though. Just the way it looks head-wise. That reminds me of something. There's this like, that looks a little bit like Guts' Fox fucking, I'm gonna say kind of alternate identity almost. But my god, again, just doesn't miss whatsoever. Every single one of these designs is cool as fuck. Every single one of them. Guy's like a ball. Guy's like another like fish creature thing. Quite a few fish ones. I forget what that's called. It's like a kiwi. Is a kiwi an animal? I mean, I know it's a fruit, of course. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually pretty impressed. I remember that. It's not an animal I hear about too often, but it just reminded me of this Digimon, which is probably why I remember it more. Kind of a similar design to this, with a kind of skull-like beak. This guy right here. This guy looks cool as fuck. I hope to get a good close-up of that one, because that armor looks really awesome. Sure, this one's probably the worst, and it's not even bad. Oh my god. Look at this one here. Again, I haven't even looked at these two. This guy looks fucking ridiculous. This guy looks like he's ready to eat you. Not even leave any bones. But yeah, this guy, I think it's the kind of teeth and the way they, just in general, the armor looks insane, doesn't it? My god. He looks ready to eat you as well. And look at their blades. What a strange blade, but what a cool blade that is. It's almost like knuckle dusters, but with knives on it, and then having a sword on that as well in the end. That is pretty fucking badass, actually. Jesus Christ. Again, this guy does not miss. Not once. Again, why do you... again, I almost question, do you need to be this good? Does it need... Do these guys need these fucking designs to be so cool and so awesome? It's amazing, isn't it, when you have to question, when something's so good, you have to question why it's needed to be so good. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell, what an absolute treat. What an absolute treat. And Zod enters the battle. No armor really whatsoever on his horse except for a few spikes. He doesn't need no armor. Wow. Some more right here. I think I especially like this one here. It's very like spider, snake-like. It's weird, isn't it, how it works, isn't it? It's like it's connected all through the back, that one. This one almost reminds me of like an 80s, 90s slasher or something. Wearing gloves. Again, this one pretty standard is what we've seen, but like I say, it's amazing. The level is just that high that this is standard. Yeah, this little one just cutting off all the horse's legs. Smart, very smart, isn't it? Jesus. This is just a massacre. Another cool bit of armor right here. Look at this guy's giant ass grin. As he so weird. I'm not sure how this is working, but it looks like he's like cutting him from like falling down on him, cut him off. Not exactly sure how that works, honestly, but cool shot. Got some lovely toes here. Yeah, it looks like he like done a backflip or something and cut him off. Here's the dragon. What are they? Monsters! You mustn't retreat. The enemy numbers less than a few hundred. Less than 100. You call yourselves Kushan elite? Oh, I think this guy is definitely going to have to battle Guts at some point, isn't he? I imagine a lot of these probably will. And that's the thing. Not all of these guys can be big, bad kind of bosses for Guts, can they? There's too many. There's too many fucking badass designs for them all to be kind of their own separate fight. It's like I said. Do we need this many great designs? There's another one right here that we're yet to see. Again, this one's standard as well, but still badass as hell. And here is the dragon. Giant of a man, isn't he? Bloody hell. Look at that shot. Look at that shot. The perspective is just ridiculous, isn't it? Like I said, I genuinely think this guy is a dragon. If not, he's like some kind of demonic dragon. His transformation is into a demon dragon, which is going to look fucking cool as hell. If that is the case, I hope it is. Oh, giants! Oh my god, there's loads of them. Oh my god. It doesn't stop. It doesn't. Old. Bro, this is ridiculous. Now we've got a load of huge motherfuckers join us. Stop. Stop it, bro. My god. This guy looks cool. Same with this guy though, we don't really see too much detail on there. This shit is crazy. General? Could these be the forces about which word has received, going around liberating various posts we've taken? Here is the man himself, adorned in pure white. That's no mistaking it. That emblem. That's Hawk of Light. The Hawk of Blinding Light. And we've got finally some normal designs. Finally. Some normal designs behind them. Jesus Christ. Again. How ridiculous was all that just now? Like, seriously. That amount of fucking like 50, 60, 70 just brilliant designs right there. All within what? 15 pages? Sure pick some lookers, Griffith. You sure pick some lookers. Bloody hell. So yeah, that is where we're ending off today. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Jesus Christ. The giants. We've actually just got a load of giant men. Who are demons? Not actual giants. Zord. These ruthless motherfuckers. These are like the animal core right here. This is like the animal kind of section. Got the giants. I think they are actually kind of split like that, aren't they? These seem like the not really sure what these are, to be honest, like the more kind of classic warrior types. These ones. I think that's fair to say they're more kind of classical. And these are the long range ones, although it's only really Robin Hood here, isn't it? And this very strange very strange person. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, hell of a fucking reading today, wasn't it? This volume has been amazing so far. And I think it was always set up to be that way. Like I said, I think disappointed is the wrong word with the end of the last arc. Again, I was disappointed because I thought that would be a conclusion, but that really has set this up very beautifully, hasn't it? For this to actually kind of push even further and go even further. Yeah, let's read some comments to finish off. Again, I don't imagine there'll be too much interesting here because, like I said, it was mostly just badass fucking designs. Yeah, not anything in the comments. The last few chapters haven't had anything interesting in the comment section, which is quite strange. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, some beautiful designs right here. Stupid in the in the amount of beautiful designs, honestly. And had some really interesting stuff again with Guts here. Again, some nice character building and developments for him, wasn't there? Him actually changing, him realizing he's changing as well. Him realizing, I really just did accept these people so readily. And again, love this stuff here about his powerlessness. Again, very real kind of feeling there, very relatable. Yeah, looking forward to seeing what this, if there is any significance to this guy. Like I said, he seems like a kind of perfect mold for Griffith to kind of use. So looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. There are a couple of brilliant chapters. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. I'll be back next time with the next couple of chapters. So I'll see you guys then, and enjoy the rest of your day.